All right, so Carol of the Bells, I'm going to do a little bit of a deep dive in the thought process behind creating this song. So, as I mentioned in the intro, I've never been a huge fan of Christmas music. However, there were a couple of songs that I really enjoyed when they came on the radio or when my parents played them in the house. And one of these songs is Carol of the Bells. Now, to kind of take a step back, when I decided to write this project, I reached out to my mother and my mother-in-law, and I said, hey, what are some Christmas songs that you guys really enjoy? Well, it happens to come back, my mother-in-law said Carol of the Bells, and I was like, yeah, that's a win because I love that song too. So I was like, okay, this is the first song I'm going to work on for the EP. So I got in, I learned the basic song, and then once I laid down the bells part, which kind of carries the entire song, and the bass line, I went through and I said, okay, how am I going to make this my own? How can I make this sound like the music that I write? And so I took the first section, kept it pretty much completely orchestrated with strings, a couple of wood instruments, a couple of pianos in there as well. And then I went to the bridge and I thought, hey, I should make this a little bit different. So, I incorporated some synthetic drums, ended up bringing in some guitars because I'm a native guitar player, so I got to put guitar on the track wherever I get a chance. And then the final section, the really songwriter in me came out, and I brought in some more distorted guitars, made the drums a little more aggressive, and kind of brought the song to the next level as far as energy and intensity, because that's what I love doing. I love dynamics and playing with dynamics, so that worked out really well for me. As far as Abby goes, I met her about 5 years ago when I was working on recording an album here in my home studio for a buddy of mine. She came in randomly one day to sing background vocals, and immediately when she walked into the studio, she was extremely charismatic, really fun to be around. She's joking all the time, lighthearted, so I was like, man, I could really work with this chick. Like, she is really fun to work with. So once I got the instrumental of Carol of the Bells done, I reached out to her and I said, hey, I don't know what you're up to, if you're still singing. I know you had sang in a cover band. Love to have you on this track and perform it, and while I record it and we'll mix it down and put it out. And she was super stoked about it. Turns out she really loves that song too. So it worked out for the both of us. Now, a little eggs nest here. If you listen to the middle of the song, if you've ever written with me or have interacted with me in a writing or musical sense, you know that I love off-time parts. If you can make it more complicated but somehow make it sound cohesive, I love when that all comes together. So that middle section I originally wrote in 4/4 because the entire song is in 3/4, kind of a swing, kind of a waltz. Well, in that middle section, I had it in 4/4, common straight time, and it wasn't really working out because the whole feel of that middle section didn't even feel like Carol of the Bells. So what I did is I went back, I rewrote it in 3/4, but then had a 4/4 turnaround. So if you can find where in the bridge, or what I would call the bridge that happens, high fives to you. So with that, again, I want to thank Abby so much for coming in and just being a lot of fun and working on this track with me. We had a great time. Hope you guys enjoyed. You can find it on my website, abeats.com. It's also on my Bandcamp page. And share it with your friends. It's up at Name Your Own Price. So it'd be cool if you could throw us some bucks. I'm splitting everything with the singers. But if you just, you dig the songs, you can't afford it, but you enjoy them, then just tell a friend for us. That would definitely be helpful. So again, happy holidays, guys. I will catch up with you in 2018.